Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, it is I, the one and only Maxi here once again, and I am back for the likes of the Maxi Toys videos. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back for some more of Let's Play of Piglet's Big Game for the Nintendo GameCube/PlayStation 2. So last time we've pretty much finished up the rest of the forms of EO's Dream by not only collecting those 3 different color balls, which are blue, yellow, and red, and also we've stolen across into ourselves this talking door ever since in Rouge Dream, and as a result of that kind of stuff though, and in addition to those, we somehow managed able to collect every single cookies in EO's Dream. So I did have a great time with the forms of EO's Dream every nowadays, especially noticeable how cool that particular environment turns out to be. So today for this video is about the fact that we can potentially try to move on and hit on to the forms of the 5th dream in the game, which appears to be none other than Rabbit's Dream.
Now that Rabbit was asleep, Piglet became the hero of Rabbit's dreams.
So every now and then it's going to be 200 cookies to collect, so I don't know if I can probably get them all during this run, but trust me, whenever we go into revisit run-throughs for certain dreams, I will promise you I will able to try to find the insane amount of cookies as I could. So either way, yeah, let's just dive right into Rabbit's Dream, and I think something tells me it's going to be something related to, I don't know, gardening.
My carrots. Must get my carrots to safety. They'll be ruined. Oh, my carrots.
Relatively speaking, it's been about a while since we actually last saw Rabbit, ever since during the forms of in Pooh's Dream, ironically enough.
Ah, if only Piglet were here. He could help me save my carrots from the rain.
Thought Rabbit, falling asleep, and that's exactly what he dreamt about.
Oh no, Piglet, not now. I'm much too busy. It's going to rain, and all my carrots will be flooded. If I don't get my carrot extractor working correctly, everything will be ruined. Oh, what a disaster!
What can I do to help, Rabbit?
I've got to fix this machine. Oh no! My carrots! Oh, how am I going to get them all picked if I'm stuck here? Piglet! Please! I need to get the extractor going again.
So yeah, in terms of the actual environments this takes place, it's going to be involves around in, I don't know, meadows, or woods, or anything else like that, or to be more specifically, gardening in general. So because of that, of all of the actual dreams I've actually come across into in this game, perhaps Rabbit's Dream is by far my least favorite dream in the game. I mean, nothing bad or anything, it's just that, well, it's nothing wrong or anything, it does have some very cool, puzzles to solve, but it's just about the fact that I feel like the actual environment in Rabbit's Dream feels a bit, I don't know, simplistic, I guess. Well, to be fair though, it does have some very cool references here and there, which we'll probably get into at some point in this coming Friday. So, because obviously, no matter what though, it's about the fact that, well, today's day is of course the 15th of March today, in this case in 2023 today, and naturally speaking, we've almost there to the halfway point in terms of March this year. So relatively speaking though about the fact that, now if you're probably wondering, what's up with the forms of those particular stumps, as far as I'm aware, that will be important until for later. So for right now, that Rabbit somehow managed able to get stuck into the actual soil or something, so we need to able to figure this out. So in some cases, before we able to go to the right, not this particular right, because obviously as you can see, that particular gate has been locked. So in some cases, let's go in here to able to actually come across into this particular cave, because relatively speaking, we do need able to pick something up before we continue things on for this point. But before we do all that stuff though, we need to take care of not only the basic Heffalump, but also basic Woolsel as well. Just to ensure that we will be able to progress, because I think something tells me there's another locked door somewhere to the right, which we can't exactly get to at this point just yet, because we do need a key somehow. So now we can able to actually use this brave face with all that bubbles spewing out of Piglet's mouth and stuff like that. And every once in a while though, it's about the fact that the actual scare points for certain Heffalumps and Woolsels has now been increased, so meaning about the fact that we need to do this for about 3 times. Although, if we get some more brave faces eventually, that basically it will become a lot more stronger and even braver at the same time. So, either way though, let's just go ahead and deal with this basic Heffalump before we're able to continue things on for this point, because as I said before, we do need to pick up something before we continue our progressioning, because that is very important to able to go into the cave section first before we dive right into the majority of the outside portion of the level. So either way, there goes the basic Heffalump right there, and sure enough, that will open up the next area we can probably get into once we obtain, you know, both of those potions. And gonna think about it, this particular crafted drawings right there, it does kind of reminds me of something related to Ice Age a little bit, except, well, obviously this particular dream does not have any snow at all until specifically the next dream after this though. But either way, before we continue things on here, as usual, we'll go ahead and grab some more cookies from this point. So just to ensure that we will be able to actually get enough, so that way we can able to actually spend on the next brave face. Now, as far as what I've noticed is that I can assure you the next brave face is gonna be somewhere in the actual locked door on the right, because, well, since I pretty much know the actual layout very nicely, so either way, and I think something tells me we're most able to bump into someone.
Ah! Sweet sugar beets! It's you, Sonny.
Oh, hello again, Gopher.
Step to it! You've got to help Rabbit before it rains. If you don't, his carrot patch will be ruined. And that will make all of my tunnels fall in. Can't have that. No siree.
I need to help get the extractor running again.
Well, seems to me it's missing a cog. Well, I'm sure I've got one in a cellar near here. Problem is, I don't have the key.
So yeah, it looks like we've met up with Gopher ever since during he forms within Owl's dream. The last time we saw him was actually by he forms of the chessboard. So, either way though, it's been a very long while, hasn't it? So, either way though, we need to able to grab something in here though, but of course we can't do anything else around here because we do need that specific item in order able to actually proceed to this point, because something tells me there is actually a missing cog. So, yeah, we'll definitely find out eventually. So, either way, so, yeah, not much else to say for this point today, apart from the fact that, well, relatively speaking, that I think we've only got about 9 days to go until Resident Evil 4 Remake is going to be releasing on PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series X/S, and PC Steam as well. So, either way, let's go and grab some of these, specifically bird seeds. So in some cases though, yeah, those seeds right there are very important, especially because, well, if you ignore them, well, you have to simply need to backtrack to the previous areas just to ensure about the fact that we'll do need to get that particular important item during that specific time. So either way though, but again, if I'm missing something around here, then let me know in the comments down below. And in fact, thanks to the forms of one of those comments out there, did somehow manage to able to point things out where the exact missing cookies there are. Specifically, for example, you notice about the fact that I was off by 5 cookies left in Rouge Dream, but thanks to someone in the comments down below, did already address to me where they are. But then again, we're probably going to do that at some point once we finish up with the main dreams first. So keep that in mind, because obviously I need to take care of the actual story progressioning first. So either way though, that's as far as I can usually think about it. So it looks like we've come across into Tigger ever since in Rouge Dream. So yeah, we'll meet up with him.
Hello there, Piglet. And how are you on this sunshiny day?
I'm very well, thank you, Tigger. Today I'm helping Rabbit put carrots in his shelter, so I was looking for a way to cross the stream.
Oh, crossing streams, eh? That's what Tiggers do the best. Just let me take a look over this way. But I gotta be real quiet like, so... Hoo, 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 hoo.
And speaking of Rouge Dream, we can able to actually take control of Tigger once again, except the fact that I feel like that Tigger's portion in Rabbit's Dream is actually thankfully a lot easier this time around, in comparison to the forms of how it does it in Rouge Dream in my opinion, just because of all that very annoying hitbox problem during the forms of by the end of that particular section. But thankfully, if you get enough breathing room, assuming of course that Mirror Warsaw is going to able to turn around at one point, you're simply just going to have to bounce straight forward, and basically it's all pretty simple and self-explanatory. And that could be also say applies to the other section as well, but it can be pretty tricky at times for those if you ever first time you ever played this game, either on the GameCube or PS2.
Say, looky here, a raft. I bet you this'll come in handy.
So now we need to make our way to the raft, and that's pretty much about it, basically. So, in some cases though, now the reason why I say that Rabbit's Dream is by far my least favorite dream in the whole game, like I said before, nothing bad or anything, it's just that, well, eventually at this point, we will come across into ourselves as by far as my least favorite Heffalump in the entire game, just because of that particular annoying mechanic. But either way though, we're not going to talk about that right now. So in some cases though, yeah, Snake's able to be super slow and all that stuff. Make sure we don't hesitate, because obviously, much like in Rouge Dream, basically if you get caught, you get slowed down, and that's basically how this goes. And I think this will be the last time we're going to be taking control of Tigger, so yeah, it seems kind of strange, but either way, that's saying something. But anyway, now we've actually done with this section here.
Well, would you look at that?
Oh, thank you very much, Tigger.
Don't mention it. Helping piglets is what Tiggers do the best.
So now we can able to go across the stream, thanks to the forms of that particular raft, as far as where Tigger has already been delivered about it. So either way though, now we can able to actually scare off some of these other Heffalumps and Warsaws in that particular section, and also another section as well. But I don't think we can probably get into the other section until for a later time. And speaking of such though, there was that particular bird is holding a key. That's exactly why we came for the bird seed from the actual cave from earlier. So in some cases though, yeah, we'll go ahead and take care of this particular Mirror Warsaw first before you're able to do anything. So anyways, a few things I want to explain while this is going on is that, well, it's kind of unfortunate for me though for this point today that once again I have still come across into myself some very awkward moments today, mainly because of the faults of once again my laptop is actually getting a lot of lagginess all of a sudden. But either way though, I still mean to able to try to fix that at some point, or potentially if I was trying to get my laptop replaced. But either way though, that could be predicament enduring at some point in the future and during the forms of 2023. So, speaking of which though, about the fact that one thing I completely forgot to mention about during the course of an EO stream and stuff like that, there was actually that one cool element for that particular point where you notice about the fact that we've already got Birdo as a playable character now in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Well, I'm happy to report that there's going to be some more characters on this way, and exponentially, we might also get ourselves about 5 playable characters left. So we're not exactly sure who's going to be in it though, but we'll see what happens in joining Wave 5 as well as Wave 6, respectively. And now we've
small
actually got the key, which
that's
I
a
think for
very
this key that
useful
we've
sort of
got,
thing to find.
I think we do need to head back into the caves, because something tells me we do need to able to unlock that particular door. That pretty much leads us to the fact that we will come across into, not only for the sake of the forms of one of those cogwheel items, but also we're able to actually come across into a brave-faced factory. So in some cases though, yeah, that's going to be one of those cases and all that stuff. And I think, relatively speaking of the forms of brave-faced factories, I'm pretty sure we've only got about 3 brave faces left until we are unstoppable, basically. Assuming, of course, that we're able to actually save that conversation until for later. So either way, yeah, before we carry things on though, we need to grab some more cookies before we do anything. And I've noticed there was actually a mirror Walsall in here somewhere. So in some cases though, we'll go ahead and take care of him off first. So, in some cases though, a lot of people seem to able to get the majority vote, or in some cases though, that some people are already speculating of what certain characters might be at on Mario Kart 8 Deluxe for its characters department. Like, I'm really hoping that both Diddy Kong and Funky Kong will be on there, because I know for a fact that, well, they already in Mario Kart Tour, and speaking of Mario Kart Tour, we're now on to the halfway point in terms of Mario Tour, before the next tour is going to be up. And as far as my predictions are correctly though, I can assure you the next tour is going to be something related to the anniversary department within 3.5 years or something like that. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens in due time, especially concerning about the fact that, well, at this point in time I've already managed to complete it. Oh jeez, I don't think I've got enough time to able to scare off the basic Walsall right there. And it's actually kind of cool that we actually spell out J for whatever reason with that particular battle sequence or something like that. But either way though, because the reason why I have to, like, you know, trying to hesitate to make a... Oh, jeez, not enough breathing room right there either. But hopefully we'll try to, like, do this and quickly exit out. So in some cases though, we'll just do just that. So anyway... So yeah, I'm really hoping that, you know, both Diddy Kong and Funky Kong will be on there, in addition to Petey Piranha as well, because I know for a fact that all of those 3 characters are already in Mario Kart Tour already, and I'm not exactly sure what the final 2 is going to be, but then again, no, we'll have to wait and find out until, you know, Wave 5 and Wave 6 will be approaching, and I can assure you Wave 5 is going to be sometime in summer, and Wave 6 is going to be at the very end of the year. So, either way though, I'm pretty sure they will try to mention about the forms of Wave 6, until when Nintendo Directs will exist during September month, on most of those years anyway. Well, to be more specifically, September 2023 Direct. But then again, though, we'll have to wait and find out in due time. So now we can able to go in here, and of course we will come across into one of those mini collectibles we can probably obtain.
Oh.
Such as these mini spinning cocky wheel kind of whatever these thingies are. So basically though, thankfully, just like it forms of how it does it on those multicolored balls, basically though, there's no time limit, so you don't need to necessarily worry about, you know, trying to be fast and stuff like that until the later dream. So in some cases though, let's go and see what happens in due time. Goodness gracious, it's now becoming a bull. Well, to be fair though, it looks a lot more intimidating at first glance, so either way, that's that. So I believe we've only got about 2 brave faces left, but that'll be until whenever we get to Tigger's dream. So in some cases though, but that won't be for a while though, especially concerning about the fact that, as I mentioned this before, that is when the fact that most of those dreams are gonna get a lot more longer as far as progression goes, because relatively speaking, you have to do a lot of, you know, backtracking here and there, especially noticeable if you miss out on a lot of cookies essentially, then obviously you do need able to realize that you have to collect the insane amounts of those cookies before you're able to actually spend it on, you know, Brave Face Factory before we're able to continue proceeding for this point. So anyway, let's just go ahead and grab this little cogwheel piece right here, just simply corner one of them, and I think there's gonna be I don't know, 1 more or 2 more, despite the fact that I didn't pay attention to it at all, because, well, I'm just here for the sake of the forms of the brave face, of course. Like, you know, we're now becoming a bull. So either way though, that's actually super top notch to me anyway. And I think we've only got 1 more cogwheel thingy left, and that was it. Gee, something tells me that we actually got surrounded by those tuber heffalumps. So, thinking about the fact that we are trespassing, so in some cases though, we'll go in and easily scare them off, thanks to the forms of our latest brave face we can now able to learn. So in some cases we now need to rely on not only button combinations, but also analog stick controls as well. But this time we now need to do both of those things for about 3 combinations, as you can see on screen. So meaning about the fact that to try to execute those brave faces is actually going to get a lot tricky at this time. But honestly though, as long as you would get yourselves your quick, fast reaction timing, then you should do a bit okay enough. So either way, that takes care of those tuber heffalumps right here. So either way though, I think before we able to actually, like, you know, proceeding back to the forms of that particular cogwheel thingy right there, well, after all, we've now got ourselves a cog, so in some cases though, now we can able to actually insert that into one of those, thingies, whatever what that was supposed to be. But then again though, it has been about, you know, ever since 2 days ago, since we've actually last played this, after the events of EO's Dream's conclusion. So, either way, let's just go ahead and, grab some more cookies for this point, and, well, exponentially speaking though, that, you did not notice that certain cookies do spread out a little bit. I kinda wish there was actually a run button in here, but either way though, I honestly don't mind the lack of the run button. But I do know for one thing, for Winnie the Pooh's Rumbly Tumbly Adventure, they do somehow manage able to include the run button by pressing the square button if I recall. I don't know about the GameCube version though, I think my guess is the B button, so... although, correct me if I'm wrong. So, either way, now we've actually done with that particular room from now on, and, well, I think we'll just pretty much go to insert the actual cog thingy right now, until we're able to actually get the actual machine running. So, either way, let's go in here and insert the cog wheel, and we have to do a time limit.
Ah, there you are! All that remains now is to get the machine running again. But you better hurry up when you do it. A few seconds is all you have, 'cause of the pressure system, you know. A few seconds. 1, 2, 3, or it doesn't work.
So yeah, I was right, we need to do it with a time limit thing, so in some cases we do need to activate all 3 levers, as you can tell. So again, you need to be fast on this point, because if you don't make it in the nick of time, you have to start all over again. So either way, thankfully though, we did somehow manage to do this no problem, assuming of course if the clock goes all red, then we do able to actually make it in the nick of time. So there we go.
Work! Couldn't have done it better myself. Better go help your friend Rabbit save his carrots before it rains.
Alright, so now we got the machine running, so now we need to head back outside, because something tells me something will happen to not only for Rabbit, but also a whole bunch of carrots as well. So either way though, I think we are basically done at this point in the cave section from now on, assuming of course about the fact that if I was missing on certain cookies, don't worry, I'll be back for them eventually, so don't you worry. So either way, let's just go ahead and see what happens there, and let's just, well, continue our progression for this point, and I think we're able to get ourselves our yet another key that we can able to obtain.
Hooray, Piglet! It's working! Huh? Oh, ow! Oh. 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 Oh no, the conveyor belt's not running. Piglet, could you get it running again? There's a boiler near my tomato patch. Just take the key on the ground. It'll open the door.
And I'm afraid to tell you, we got endings off at this point right here, so join me next time for more of Let's Play of Piglet's Big Game. It's about the fact that exponentially we can able to continue things on in Rabbit's Dream, and hopefully we're able to actually finish up the rest of that particular point, assuming of course that we will be able to actually do some more stuff here and there. So I'll see you guys in Dream this Friday. Later fellas.